We all saw Dante rise in the end, but what if that's exactly what Lucifer wanted? Today, we're diving into one of gaming's most underrated endings, and possibly one of its biggest deceptions. This isn't just about fire and brimstone. It's about power, manipulation, and whether Dante's redemption was the devil's true plan. Because in hell, victory might just be the ultimate illusion. So strap in, because what you thought was a victory might just be hell's greatest trick. The end of Dante's Inferno hits hard. After carving his way through 9 grotesque circles of sin, Dante finally descends into the very heart of hell, ready to face Lucifer himself. The setting, a vast frozen lake where the betrayer resides, a clear homage to Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy. Lucifer appears, chained and monstrous, but not defeated. Not yet. Then it happens. He breaks free, towering horned, eyes glowing like twin suns. This isn't the tempter of myths. This is the ruler of despair, rage, and cunning. The battle is brutal. Lucifer mocks Dante at every step, questioning his piety, exposing his past, forcing him to relive his worst sins. It's not just a fight, it's a trial. And when you finally strike the final blow, when you think it's over, Lucifer doesn't scream or curse. He grins. It is only through me that you will find your redemption. That line, delivered just before he fades, is everything. Was Dante's journey orchestrated? Was every demon, every circle, every trial, part of a grand design to push him to this moment? Because if Lucifer knew he'd lose this fight, what did he gain instead? Let's look closer. The moment Dante defeats him, Beatrice returns to her angelic form. Dante, burdened by guilt and stitched with the cross of his own sins, watches as she ascends. Then he, too, walks toward the light. Redemption, right? But what if this was the plan? By freeing Beatrice, by redeeming himself, Dante also breaks the chains binding Lucifer. He releases the very evil he was supposed to destroy. That final battle didn't just end the game. It may have started something far worse. And just before the credits roll, we get one final haunting shot. A hooded figure, silent, watching. Who is he? Death? Virgil? Dante himself? Or is Lucifer not done yet? We're told Lucifer is imprisoned, trapped in the center of hell, awaiting some divine judgment. But let's think deeper. Was he ever truly imprisoned? Sure, his arms are bound in that lake of ice, his wings tattered. But how do we explain his ability to twist minds, manipulate Beatrice, and create illusions across every circle of hell? This isn't a passive prisoner. This is a strategist, a puppeteer. What if his real prison was Dante? Every time Dante lashes out in rage or chooses violence over reflection, Lucifer grows stronger. Every time Dante doubts salvation, Lucifer whispers louder. And look at the design of the circles. Lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, heresy. They're not just tests. They're echoes of Dante's own life. What if Lucifer wasn't guarding hell, but guarding Dante's path to him? In other words, hell was built to break Dante down piece by piece. But here's the twist. Dante believes he's the one punishing himself. He wears that cross of guilt, literally sewn into his flesh, thinking it's a burden. But who stitched it? It wasn't divine punishment. He did it himself. That's the trap. By carrying the burden, by embracing the pain, he thinks he's walking toward salvation. But he's also walking deeper into Lucifer's narrative. And Beatrice, she was the bait, the symbol of purity, Lucifer never wanted to corrupt her. He wanted her to be saved. So Dante would choose to face him. You see, Lucifer doesn't win through force. He wins through manipulation. And in that sense, he might have been free all along. The chains, a performance, the lake of ice, a stage, the circles, a maze of mirrors. The real prison wasn't his, it was Dante's. And Lucifer, he was the architect. If this twist is blowing your mind, hit that like button and subscribe. We go deep into hidden video game lore every week. And don't forget to check out our other channel, RetroListHQ, for top retro game lists and hidden gems. As the credits roll, there's one last scene most players barely notice. Dante, now robed in white, walks through a field, calm, solemn, ascending. It feels like closure. But then a hooded figure appears, silent, watching, and just before the screen fades to black, he turns, slowly. Who is he? Let's break it down. Some fans believe it's Virgil, Dante's original guide from the Divine Comedy. After all, in the poem, Virgil disappears once Dante reaches paradise. Others say it's Death himself, waiting to take Dante's soul, symbolizing that no one escapes judgment, not even a man who battled through hell. But there's a third theory, and it changes everything. That hooded figure might be Lucifer reborn. Think about it. Lucifer tells Dante, "It is only through me that you will find your redemption." What if defeating Lucifer didn't destroy him? It freed him. If the final battle was a ritual, Dante's anger, guilt, and journey serving as a release mechanism, then Lucifer's spirit could now walk the earth, reborn in a new form. That hooded figure doesn't speak, doesn't attack, but he turns toward the camera, as if acknowledging you. It's a chilling moment, easily missed, but incredibly deliberate. And here's the real kicker. Developers teased that the sequel, which was cancelled, would have seen Dante facing even greater temptations. Possibly in purgatory, possibly on Earth, or maybe against a Lucifer who now wears his own face. Think about that. What if the hooded man is Dante, or what's left of him? A shell of the man who fell for hell's final trick. That's not redemption, that's rebirth, and the real journey may have just begun. Here's what most players don't know. Dante's Inferno was meant to be a trilogy. EA had planned a sequel. The second game would have taken Dante through purgatory, and the third, heaven itself. But the sequel was cancelled, and yet, the ending we got, it wasn't an ending, it was a door. Developers even hinted that Dante might not be the hero in the next chapter, that something darker was following. What if that was the plan all along? The white robe he wears in the ending? A false sign of redemption. The chains may be broken, but the curse lingers. There are hidden symbols throughout the game. On the walls of greed, on the scythe itself, and even on Beatrice's transformation scene. That suggests this journey was never about salvation. It was about succession. Lucifer didn't want to escape hell. He wanted someone to take his place. And who better than a knight consumed by rage, guilt, and obsession? Dante may have walked out of hell, but what followed him wasn't him anymore. Now imagine this. A sequel where you play as a corrupted Dante, thinking you're redeeming the world, but actually tearing it apart. That's what we lost when the game was cancelled. But the clues are still there, waiting for those who still believe this game hides more than just fire and brimstone, waiting for someone to notice. If you love diving into the secrets of Dante's Inferno, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep lore breakdowns. And don't miss our other channel, RetroListHQ, where we cover top retro games and hidden gems you've never heard of. This is ContraBrosTeam, and we dig deeper than the 9 circles. See you in the next descent.